What's up, you guys? Today you're in my garage and we are going to be talking about flipping a piece of furniture. So I do flip furniture on the side, my little side gig type of thing. And when I don't have to do something for a client, sometimes I will just buy furniture online for cheap and then I flip it and then sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Say being successful on Facebook Marketplace is buying a piece and then getting it flipped quickly. So currently I have a table. It is a gorgeous coffee table. It is round, solid wood. It's beautiful, but I noticed that there are some imperfections to it. That being said, I could make this table to the nines. I could sand it down. I could really take my time on it, but I'm not going to get the return that I want for my investment, especially when I'm trying to sell this on Facebook Marketplace and I don't have a set client. When you are just flipping a piece without a client, you're gonna wanna get it out of your space fairly quickly to make room for more things that you are flipping. That being said, I would have to sand this down multiple times. And I have already sanded this down and I've already tried to scrape off the stain, but because there are still imperfections, I know I can't waste any more time on this table. So I have to be ready to paint this in a way that I had in my head so that it looks like real wood. So whether you have a piece that is real wood or not that great of wood and you want that wood texture, wood effect, I'm going to show you how to paint on a piece of furniture, making it look very wood-like. Okay, so this is the coffee table. It is round and wooden. Currently, it just has a coat of primer on it to get started. Honestly, if you're using a flat paint, chalk paint, whatever the case is, you're not really going to need a primer. As you can see, the imperfections in the table with sanding it down and trying to strip it, I have a few imperfections right here that just are not sanding down all the way. So that being said, we're going to start our painting process and I'm going to put on a very light beige as the base. So let's get started. What I need is a brush. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what brush. Use a brush. It's the base coat. Doesn't matter. So grab the biggest brush that you have and just paint this whole baby beige. If you want to do the colors that I'm using, in the end, I see this being a darker toned wood table with beige and a little bit of gray showing through with brown. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the first coat. Then I'm going to put my second coat on and I'm done with that. And then we're going to get into the different colors that are gonna stick out to give it that wood-like effect. Okay, second coat, done. Okay, now that it is all dry, we are going to move on to part 2. So this is going to bring in some other colors so that it does look like wood. So all you're gonna need is one of these wispy brushes and a choice of another color of paint. So the one that I am going to use is going to be a lighter gray. All you're gonna do is dip your brush in and then take some of it off. We don't want this to go on heavy. We just want it to go on very light so that it looks like streaks are running throughout the table. Let's see if I can get you a close-up. Okay, so right here, We're just gonna be sporadic with where we place it. We don't want this to be all lined the same. We want to go everywhere so that it gives different colors throughout the table. If your brush does have a lot of paint on it, just dab it off with the paper towel and then go back in. So as this one starts to dry, you're going to see that it does get darker. It's not great lighting right now, you guys. I'm really sorry about that. I will show you what the top looks like because I know this isn't the best light. So what you want to do is give that wood grain effect. So whichever way the wood grain would go, that's what you want to do with this brush right here. If you wanted to keep using paint and do multiple layers with multiple colors, you can definitely do that. Go right ahead. But this isn't the look we're going for right now. But we're actually going to be using a gel stain in order to get that darker wood effect. After you're done with painting all of it, what you're gonna wanna do is get a light sander and sand all over the place so it seamlessly blends all together. On the edges, all you're gonna wanna do is sweep around. So some spots are gonna be lighter and some spots are gonna be darker. Brush lightly and just go. What's up, you guys? It's the next day. So as you can see, the table looks like this. So you can see the lines throughout the table. And what we're gonna do now is sand it down so that it looks smooth and even. We're gonna put our last coat on. Next up, we're just gonna get a rag and we're just gonna clean it all off. And then it's time for the next application. Done. Okay, so the next step I'm gonna be doing is using a dark gel stain, and I'm just gonna coat the whole table with it. And some parts I'm going to make a little darker than other parts so that it looks like real wood. Once the bottom is covered, we wanna make sure that we wipe it off fairly quickly. Not too fast. I mean, give it like 2 minutes to just set and then start wiping it off, and you'll notice that the gray is showing through, the beige is showing through, and now we have streaks of brown to make it look like real wood. Remember when you're doing this to wipe in the direction that the grain is going and the lines that you put on the table so that it looks more realistic. Okay, now that the top's covered, I'm just gonna wait at least like 2 minutes and then start wiping everything off. So this is going to gradually darken over time. So I'm probably gonna need till tomorrow to see where it's at and see if I have to add any more gel stain. but so far, so good. What's up, you guys? Sorry, I'm on my phone right now, so I hope that the audio is okay. The battery actually died on my camera, but it is the next day. So I want to show you the table, what it looks like, and I'm currently staging it to take pictures and then sell it on Marketplace, and we'll see how much I can get for it. And I'm gonna check out a few other tables that are online that are fairly similar to this so I can come up with a decent price. So here is the finished product. What you're going to want to do with pricing is go online and find a table that is fairly similar to the table that you have. So I'm finding a few, but I'm going to probably look for Wayfair because that's the best place to look since most people shop on there and see what price their table is. So I found this table right here. Okay, brand new, looks like my table. I look at how to stage it, and then I price mine the way I think it should be, which is a little bit less on Facebook Marketplace. So I'll probably sell this table off for $200. Anyways, I hope this video was informative and you learned something today. And if you want to take on making over a table that you have at your house, that you believe in yourself and you know that you can do it, because if I can do it, anyone can do it. See you on the next video.